Well, hello there, lovely Taurus, and welcome to your reading with me. I'm Simone, and I will be doing both a general and a love reading for you this week for the 30th of August to the 5th of September. Please keep in mind that this is not a personal reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't, that's okay. There may only be a small message in this for you, but you also may need to pop on over and have a look at your moon, rising, or Venus sign to get a better idea of what to expect and what's coming up for you this week and possibly into the next couple of weeks. If you've watched my readings before, you would know that I start with a couple of cards just to get a sort of general idea of what the feel of your reading is going to be about. I'm already feeling like, Taurus, you are determined this week. You want to see something happen. You could even be waiting for a bit of justice or karma to fall on your side. I just heard happy days. So things could be finally falling into place for you, Taurus, or you're getting closer. I really feel like you're getting closer to seeing the outcome that you desire. Happy days, happy days. This is good news. Let's see if the cards back me up. Laser focus, I just heard as well. You need to keep a laser focus in regards to your situation. So the first card I got is bread and butter, then we've got butterfly, and then we've got new. So that tells me that your situation is working out perfectly. There is a transformation coming with butterfly here to bring you into a new cycle, something new. It could also be that you might have met a new person recently who they think that you're amazing. They see you as this butterfly. They may have watched you go through some changes recently, and they really do think that you're amazing, and the two of you go together like bread and butter. That's really cool. But if this is situational, perhaps you're waiting on a job offer, I feel like that will fall into place and it will work perfectly for you, giving you the opportunity to really sort of spread your wings, to grow, to go through some kind of transformation, perhaps level up your skills. But there's definitely new things coming in for you, Taurus, which is fabulous. I feel like the energy is really high, which is a really good feeling. Perhaps somebody as well is looking at being more active, because they've just shown me somebody running in active wear. So perhaps you've started you're on a new health kick. Perhaps you're wanting to tone up your body in some areas, because I just heard tone. So yeah, if that's you, there'll be something in this message for you. But you know, good on you and good luck with that. That trying to improve your health. That's really cool. So let's see what else is coming up for you this week, Taurus. I also feel like you're going to need to keep an open mind for whatever this new thing is that's coming up. You've got some decisions to make, but I feel like you know exactly what's right for you with the High Priestess there. Using your intuition to guide you and to make this decision. There could be two things with this Two of Pentacles here that you're having to decide between. Perhaps somebody has made an offer to you. You may have had a job offer, and perhaps there's two ways that you can go with that. It may also mean that you're going to be juggling a few different tasks. You may be between two jobs, so having to work in two fields or two roles for a little while or forever. I'm not really sure. But with the High Priestess there, it's nothing that you can't handle. You know what you need to be doing, and I feel like everything's going to fall into place for you really well. Now, it could be that you're juggling between two people or having to make a decision in love between two people to decide where your happiness lies, basically. You could also be following a spiritual path here, Taurus, sort of trying to open up your mind. And I did say earlier, keep an open mind. Trying to open up your mind to sort of the spiritual world. I feel like you're also waiting on information as well. But yeah, you are trying to work out what the best path is for you to take. And I do feel like you'll be moving on from one thing, ultimately moving on from one thing into another thing. But you're just waiting at the moment. I feel like you're waiting for somebody to come in and say, hey, this is on offer, or you're waiting for somebody to give you the green light, like, hey, we're good to go now, because things are not finalized. But I do feel like, you know, once you make that decision or take that opportunity, it will set you on the right path. It's definitely feeling like you've got a lot of abundance coming in there, where you've been like the Five of Pentacles, left out in the cold, not really sure of what's going on or which path to take. I feel like the information is going to be coming to you really soon, Taurus, which is amazing because you've been waiting a time for this. You're going to receive that offer with the Page of Pentacles there. Again, I'm drawn to work and career at the forefront. And then we've got the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So just being mindful as well that somebody might be giving you the runaround a little bit. But I think that you'll be able to see through that. So somebody might be withholding information from you. And I did say earlier that you're waiting for some information to come in here with this Four of Cups. Waiting for the information to be able to make the decisions or to be able to take the step. So somebody may be withholding information from you, and you could be feeling like somebody's going to turn on you or change their mind about this offer or whatever it is that they're suggesting to you. But I feel like you really need to go with your intuition on this one. Like I said, it's something that you've been waiting for a while. You're not prepared to back down at this stage. I think you know what you want, and you're ready to charge ahead with that. You're possibly going to see yourself working with other people. So if this is a work situation that we're talking about, then networking is definitely coming up for you. Okay, so they've just shown me some McDonald's. So really random sign to get. You could be eating McDonald's right now. They've also shown me McDonald's coffee in particular. So perhaps you go and get your coffee at McDonald's, or you did just do that. Or you really, really like McDonald's. Perhaps you had it for dinner last night. I don't know. But they're showing me McDonald's, Taurus. So if that's you, if McDonald's resonates for you, there is something in this message that they'd like you to pay attention to. I could go for some McDonald's right now. So the next card out is the Lovers, which, yes, that's often for relationships. But I also feel like this is about making a choice between two things for you as well. And I do feel like you're going to make the right choice. You're really waiting for people or for somebody to come in and present you with some information. And then when you get that information, you can be walking away and moving on to something that better suits you, Taurus. I really get that feeling of like somebody's withholding something or not being honest about something, keeping you out in the cold, like we saw with the Five of Pentacles, not giving you all the information that you need to be able to make your decision. But you're going to hang in there and you're going to wait. I feel like it's very close, Taurus. It's not too far off. There's possibly, like, if it's a work thing, there could be a final decision that needs to be made, or it could be like final paperwork that you're waiting on. But like, I feel like there are people working behind the scenes, and you don't know what they're talking about, or you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But at the end of it all, I feel like the decision will be made and you will be able to progress forward into this new thing, whatever that may be for you, Taurus. But I am really, really drawn to career-related stuff there. I'm seeing a computer, like I'm typing a lot of information into a computer. So if maybe you work in some kind of business or admin role, or you're reading a lot of stuff on a computer, and I know that's really general. I know that these days a lot of people are working with computers, but I feel like you put in information. So maybe you read the information and then you've got to put in information as well. Laser focus, like I brought up earlier, you need a laser focus with the work that you're doing. It's attention to detail is very important. So if that's you, if that's related to your work, then you should be hearing some news on that really soon, Taurus. But moving into your love reading, we have got the Page of Cups, the Wheel, and we've got the Six of Swords. So again, waiting for somebody to come in here. And I do feel like somebody's coming in. If you're not already with somebody, Taurus, I feel like somebody is coming in here and it's like, this is the right time. You've been waiting for this. Perhaps you might be thinking that, yeah, it's never going to happen. So this might be somebody that you've had an interest in. Could be somebody younger than you with the page there. Not necessarily male. Could be male or female. We're not being gender specific here. But it's like it could be somebody younger, or they may be a little more immature than you are. But waiting for somebody to come in here, and you may be thinking, yeah, right, that's never going to be the case. They don't feel that way about me, but I just think it's been a matter of timing, and now it's divine timing. It's right. This is the right time. We're going to start this, get this wheel turning to move you into a place of calm with this person. So maybe you've been worried about the fact that they haven't been making a move towards you, Taurus. But I'm feeling like they'll come in, and it's like with the Six of Swords here, it's like they're going to be your calm in the storm. And I feel like they've got some really good qualities to offer you. Again, I feel like you need to keep an open mind with this, Taurus. So they may not be, what's the word I'm looking for? They may be doing things or involved in things that you would never usually get yourself involved in. It doesn't feel like it's bad, but perhaps they're a bit more adventurous than you, and they really like to keep themselves busy a lot. They could be, I don't know, like road tripping, bushwalking, something like that. Or very, very social, something that you're not really used to. They could be doing, and you need to keep that open mind, like, hey, I can make this work. I don't know if it's like I can keep up with them, because they're very, very high energy as well. But But yeah, keeping an open mind, I feel like you can make things work with them, with the Three of Pentacles. You've got the Two of Swords and the Five of Cups as well. So again, with the decisions here, Taurus, trying to decide if this is something that is right for you. I feel like you're getting all up in your head about it. A bit worried about your feelings getting hurt. Maybe because this person is a little bit all over the place and you like a bit more stability straight up. But I'm really feeling like this person has some really good qualities to offer you. And it could be in your sort of best interest to go ahead with that person, or, you know, give them the green light, because I am drawn to the green on this tapestry in this card. But we've got the Wheel, the Seven of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles as well. The World, sorry. So it's about, again, keeping that open mind. Try not to be so scared about taking a bit of a risk. Seven of Cups here, you're trying to make that decision about which way to go with this person, and you know, you want to take it slow. You don't want to dive in too quickly and be taking risks. Taurus, I don't feel like you're interested in taking risks at the moment, and this person could feel a bit risky for you, perhaps because they're younger than you are. I'm not really sure. But as I said, I feel like they do have some really good qualities to offer you. Also, keeping in mind that nobody's punching, okay? Nobody is better than anybody else. So if your self-esteem maybe has taken a bit of a hit recently, Taurus, remember that this person that's coming in, this new person, they see you as a butterfly. They see you as someone really beautiful. And they feel like you have a lot to offer them, and vice versa. They have a lot to offer you, and that they can show you some really amazing things. They can inject a bit of excitement into your world where things may have been feeling a bit stale, Taurus. So yeah, I know you want to take things slowly here, but you know, ultimately it does feel like they've got some really good qualities to offer you, and they can show you some new and exciting things in life. But I do get that fear that, you know, is this going to be the right decision? Am I going to go in the right direction with this person? It feels like there's some good opportunities here for you, Taurus. So we've got the Nine of Wands, the Empress, and the Four of Pentacles. So yeah, there's you feeling a little bit guarded, not really sure of what you're going to do, not really completely giving of yourself. Again, I'm coming back to an issue with self-esteem, or maybe a lack of body confidence here in this Four of Pentacles. But this person sees you as, like I said, beautiful and just everything to them. And they find you as you know, fresh. And you've been waiting for somebody amazing to come into your life, Taurus. And this could be the chance. This could be the chance. If you sort of stop getting so down on yourself, and if you open up and let your walls down a little bit for this person to come in and show you that, hey, they really think you're amazing. They think you're beautiful. They want to try this with you. I'm not saying that they want to get married and they want to have the happy ever after, because they don't know that yet, because you haven't given them enough to let them know if that's what they're looking for. And I've just been pulled to the bottom of the cards. They told me to have a look at the bottom. So we've got the Star, the Eight of Wands, and I just can't straighten that up. We've got too many layers now. And the Justice card. So definitely you've got somebody here wanting to come in and communicate with you. They're very hopeful that they can make this work. But I think you are too. You're super hopeful. You're just not really sure about what you're doing. You're not sure if it's the right but I feel like you can have a really good balance with this person. So you being a little bit more grounded than they are, them being a little bit more flighty or looking for adventure. I feel like the two of you can bring that in together and have that balance here with the Justice card. And there's a real possibility that you can make this work. It's just about letting them in, let them get to know you a little bit further, and trust yourself that you can make the right decision, Taurus. But that's about all I have for you this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, if this did resonate with you, if you got some guidance or clarity from this reading, could you please like the video so that I know? And if you feel like it, share and subscribe. That would be really helpful to me. But thank you so much. I appreciate you being here, and I will be back next week. Good luck, Taurus. Well, hello there, lovely Virgo, and welcome to your reading with me. I'm Simone, and I will be doing your weekly reading for this week from the 30th of August to the 5th of September. I will be doing both a general and a love reading for you. Please keep in mind that this is not a personal reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. If it does, that's fantastic. And if it doesn't, you may need to also look at your moon, rising or Venus sign just to get a better idea of what to expect. Now, this can be for this week. It can also spread out over to the next couple of weeks as well. And if you've watched my readings before, you would know that I will pull a couple of cards to get started just to give us the general sort of overall vibe for the week. And look at that. They gave me 3 cards straight up. Isn't that beautiful? So Virgo, we first start with air, kindness, and expect news. So you're really, really deep in thought about something here. You could also be waiting to hear from an air sign, or you could be dealing with an air sign. So Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. But yeah, I do feel like you're waiting on some information to come in that it's really been on your mind. I do feel like there's a lot of worry involved here. With the kindness card, you're being asked to both be kind to yourself and also extend that kindness to people that you're dealing with. And you can expect some news coming in there. I do feel like it's information that you've been waiting on for quite some time, and it should be good news. With the Sun card there, it should be good news that I kind of get the feeling like you're expecting bad news, but I feel like you're going to be hearing some good news coming in there for you, Virgo, to put an end to this worry that you've had. I feel like a lot of you you've been second guessing yourself recently. And it's almost like you've lost your way. You were trying to stick to your plan or the plan, and things came up to set you off track, and so you've been second guessing yourself there. But with the King of Swords, you're being reminded to sort of stand firm and stay confident. Trust that you know which way in which you need to go. And perhaps it's time to take action when this news comes into you. There is, with the Devil card, there is something that you're still attached to. So perhaps you're waiting to hear from a person from your past or an ex. I feel like you're waiting on information that's coming in there with something that you are still quite heavily attached to. They just gave me a picture of a bottle of medication. So it could be that you're trying to get off a medication that you've been taking. I'm being really drawn to sleeping pills. So perhaps because you've got these sort of heavy thoughts at the moment, Virgo, you could be taking sleeping pills to help you get to sleep. And you're thinking about moving on from that, getting rid of that, and not having to take those anymore. Whoever that resonates with, I'm not really sure, but there should be something in this message for you. But yeah, I feel like you're expecting bad news, but you should be hearing some more positive news. We've got the Wheel of Fortune here. So something's happening in the right time for you. It's the right time for this news or this information to come in for you. And there you are in the Virgo, in the Hermit card. Letting go of old habits as well. Virgo, letting go of old habits is super important at the moment as well. And it's the right time for you to be doing that. Because you need to be seeing some forward action, moving away from whatever it is that has been causing you so much worry, Virgo. And I feel like we were talking about worry last week as well. But it's really like you've got change coming. It's time for a change. You may have been feeling a bit withdrawn. You may have pulled back from family, friends, the people in your circle. And you've really been looking at, who are the people that are right for me, who isn't being honest with me, I feel like is important at the moment, with the Empress, the Nine of Swords, and the Two of Cups here as well. Now, it could be that you're dealing with a partner here. Perhaps you've been withdrawn from a partner, or they've been withdrawn from you, and you're waiting to hear from them. Because I'm coming back here to that insomnia, not sleeping very well in this Nine of Swords here, where I was talking about the sleeping pills before. And that takes me to letting go of old habits as well. But then in this Empress cards here, you've got something new coming, something that I feel like you've been working towards, you've been waiting for, you've been even praying for, and it's the right time for these thoughts that you've been having, or the plan that you've been making. It's the right time for it all to fall into place. But you can definitely be expecting to hear from a soulmate or somebody that you've had a relationship with. I do feel like they're going to tell you something that maybe you weren't expecting. Perhaps they want to get back together with you, or you may be deciding to move on from them. You may even be putting new ideas forward. You may be wanting to see a bit of a switch up in your relationship. Perhaps things are feeling a bit stale, and you'd like to introduce something new into your relationship. Which, that never hurts, a relationship when things are feeling a bit like Groundhog Day. So, yeah, it could be a good idea to introduce something new. I kind of feel like there's pregnancy coming here as well. So, if you've been trying to fall pregnant, that could be coming up for you, which would be super exciting. Or you may get news that somebody is pregnant, which again, that would be really super exciting. But yeah, there's things, I feel like things need to change, Virgo. I've just dropped a card there. Let me grab that real quick. There we go. We've got the Nine of Cups. So yes, there's definitely big changes coming in for you, which are going to push you towards something better, something that you've been working towards, something that you've been hoping for. Like I said, I feel like you think it's all going to go wrong and things are not going to work out. I think that's sort of anxiety getting the better of you. you're waiting for that news to come in with the Four of Cups there. We've got the Page of Swords, so definitely forward movement, and the Page of Cups. So you could be getting an offer as well. But I really do feel like it's coming back to relationships. So it may not necessarily be a partner of sorts, like a romantic partner. It could also be a family or a friend that you've not been in communication with, and you'd like to switch things up, and you'd like to maybe come back together with that person. Maybe you've been thinking about them a lot. Say perhaps if it's a friend, maybe you've been thinking about them a lot. You miss them. You'd like to come back together with them. They might be reaching out to you. I feel like everything now is sort of like water under the bridge. And you're both... It kind of feels like, well, the reason for the separation or the reason for you not being in communication, it's not like anybody actually did anything. It's like, well, you know, we just went our separate ways and went on our own path, and now it's a good time for us to be coming back together again. But I do feel like this person was a big part of your life, whether that be friend, family, romantic connection. I do feel like they were a big part of your life, and now it's time to bring that back together. It's time to bring some changes in so that you can have that relationship again. But yeah, I feel like this has been playing on your mind. You've really been putting a lot of thought into this. So while you think that everything is lost and it might be useless, I think you're actually going to get some good news, where if you do reach out to somebody, I feel like they will be quite happy to hear from you. They will reciprocate. It's feeling like somebody that you're always going to be tied to. So whether it's because you work in the same place, you might have children with that person. I feel like there's always going to be a connection there with that person. If not, there's always going to be a connection there with that person. And yeah, it's time to bring it back together. They just gave me an image of a brown house. A brown house. So perhaps you live in a brown house. Perhaps the person that you've been thinking about so much lives in a brown house, or a house where the colours are predominantly brown. The colour scheme could be the bricks. But yeah, they're showing me a brown house. So whoever that resonates with, there's definitely something in this reading for you. But yeah, I feel like you're going to have that opportunity to bring things back together and really change things up with that person that you've been thinking about, Virgo. So now moving into your love reading, Virgo, and they've already thrown some cards out to me. So we've got the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Swords, Three of Wands, Nine of Cups, Seven of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. Oh, okay. So really, I feel like you are thinking about communication here. I don't know why I'm being drawn to the black cat so much in this card, but I'm feeling like maybe you have a black cat, I don't know, but I'm feeling like there is good luck coming in for you. Even though I know cats are considered often as bad luck or bad fortune, I feel like there is good luck. So what you didn't expect is going to happen instead of what you actually expected. Again, we have the Nine of Swords. So that was down here as well. Really, you're really struggling here with overthinking. I feel like you're thinking and thinking and thinking about this. You want to connect. You really, really want to connect. But you're feeling like it's not a good idea, because even though this person brings you so much happiness with the Nine of Cups, and again, we have the Nine of Cups over here. Even though this person brings you so much happiness, you're feeling like you don't know enough, or you're feeling like maybe because they walked away from you, that it's useless to try and connect with them, because maybe you think that they don't want to hear from you. Perhaps they didn't give you a proper explanation when they walked away from you, Virgo. Perhaps you feel like somebody is hiding, holding secrets, not being completely themselves. But I do feel like you have this sense of urgency, like you want to reconnect with your person, but you're not actually doing anything about it at the moment, because you feel like you might be let down or rejected. But it's like you're pining for this person. You really want to be with them. You really want to communicate with them, because you feel like they're everything that you want. You feel like they can offer you stability. And you feel like the two of you can work really well together in a relationship. But I don't know, it's like there's this fear here. Like, no, I shouldn't say anything because they don't feel the same about me. And I think you're thinking that possibly because they're quite a mysterious person. But I don't know. I feel like there's a conversation that needs to be had here. This Eight of Wands is really sticking out to me. It's like, well, maybe you need to bite the bullet, Virgo. And I'm not going to tell you what to do, because you have your own free will. But this is something that you've been waiting for a long time. You're waiting for this person to tell you how they feel about you. You want to have a happy ending with this person. You've been dreaming about them, or you're thinking about them right before you fall asleep. It's like they're the last thing that you think about at night, and they're the first thing that you think about in the morning. This person is always on your mind. But I feel like in this Knight of Pentacles, it's you. You're not taking those steps towards your person. Or if you are, you're moving very slowly about it. This could be something that's been going on for quite some time. We've also got the Seven of Cups, the Devil, and the Sun. So this is somebody that you always feel that connection with them. I don't know what, they've just brought me to twin flame as well. So this could be a twin flame connection that we're thinking about here. You're really trying to decide what to do. Should you walk away from this person and just leave it be because it's so very hard? They could be quite closed off with their feelings as well. And you just want them to look at you and see you and hear you and accept you for who you are. I feel like they're not paying you enough attention. And so you're feeling like, yeah, no, I just need to chuck it all in. But there is a chance here with this Sun card. I feel like, anything is possible at the moment. Letting go of any negative thoughts that you're having is super important at the moment, Virgo. They've just shown me a bottle of perfume, and it's a floral perfume. I don't know what it's called, but it's a floral perfume. It's kind of soft, kind of sweet, like powdery floral, in the way that it smells. It could even have a flower on the bottle. So the lid could be a flower, or there could be a flower on the bottle of perfume. But they're showing me that bottle. I'm sorry, I can't tell you exactly what the fragrance is, but they're showing me that bottle with the flower on it. So if you wear this perfume with the flower on the bottle, then there's something in this message for you. But yeah, really important that you're letting go of sort of the negative way of looking at the situation and trying to think more about the positive. I know you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you can get hurt, and I know you're worried about being hurt, Virgo. but just in making your decision, trying to let go of the negative there, or the negative attachment that surrounds this relationship or this situation, and just trying to stay hopeful. Just remember that anything is possible, as long as you have that positive thinking there, Virgo. But thank you so much for listening. That's all I've got for you this week. If this reading did resonate with you, if there was some guidance or clarity in this reading for you, could you please like the video so that I know that you got something out of this? If you feel like it, also share and subscribe, please, so that we can get the message out to the other Virgos who need to hear it. But thank you so much, Virgo. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you back here next week. Good luck, Virgo. Well, hello there, Capricorn, and welcome to your weekly reading with me. I'm Simone, and I'll be doing both a general and a love reading for you for this week, from the 30th of September to the 30th of August, to the 5th of September. Please keep in mind that this is not a personal reading, so it may or may not resonate with you, and if it does, that's really great. But if it doesn't, you may need to also look at your moon, rising, or Venus sign to get a better idea of what to expect for this week, Capricorn. If you've watched my readings before, you would know that I always start with a few cards to just sort of give me the general vibe of what is coming up in your reading. So I'm just shuffling the cards to get those cards out for you. I feel like things are picking up for you, Capricorn. Like, you know, you've been working so hard. I feel like you've really been pushing yourself. And I think I said this last week as well, that you're at a point of exhaustion. And I feel like it's mental exhaustion more than the physical. But I feel like you've really been pushing yourself. And I don't know why, Capricorn, but nothing ever really just happens easily for you. Like you always have to work super hard to get ahead in life, which, you know, of course that's exhausting. But I feel like say you were in a tunnel, I feel like you're coming out of the tunnel and into the light. So you should be seeing an end in that cycle of having to work so super hard all the time, Taurus. The first card out is the timing isn't right. And then we've got dignity, and then we've got all that glitters. So I feel like this is referring to something that you were working really hard at, and in the past it was not the right time. So you would have noticed that things were not working out in your favor because it just wasn't the right time for you. It's a little bit like the card, the Wheel of Fortune, where it's all about timing and destiny. And I feel like in this case, I'm being drawn to the circle here on the clock. And I feel like in this case, it's saying, well, you know, the timing wasn't right, but now you're coming into a place where things are falling into place for you. You know, all this time, you've maintained your dignity. You've tried to keep yourself together, and be respectful when things were not going your way. But I think that now all that glitters is the final card here, and I think that now things are really going to be falling into place for you, Capricorn. You know, you've put in so much work. You've been working really super hard towards your goals, towards the end result, so that you can work on the next chapter, work on the next cycle. And I feel like things are all finally falling into place for you, Capricorn, which is really cool, because it's like I said, it hasn't been an easy road for you. And, you know, I feel like you might catch a bit of a break here where you can breathe a little bit easier, you know, and really be able to chill out a little bit, because it has been a stressful time for you. I was going to say over the past few months, but I feel like we're looking at more like years. It's been hard over the past few years. Now, I got the Hermit in reverse here, and I don't usually read reversals, but I'm going to in this case, So it's telling me where you might have been withdrawn from the world or from your people. That's turning around now. So you're able to step out of that cave or that hole that you were in, and step out. And you should be hearing from somebody soon. You should be receiving some communication with that Eight of Wands there. I feel like it's positive communication, and I feel like that's what's going to bring you out of that hermit mode that you've been in, Capricorn. So you could be waiting to hear from somebody in a position of authority with the Emperor here, which is going to bring you out of that stuck feeling that you've been in. And when I say somebody of authority, it could be somebody who works within the law, police. It could be a teacher, somebody who has authority, maybe even a parent. But yeah, you're waiting to hear from somebody in a position of authority. And I think that's going to bring you to the point where you are the Queen of Wands. And, you know, this reading's not gender specific, male or female. I've just lost a card. Let me get that. But yeah, I'm feeling like luck is on your side, finally, Capricorn. And this news that you're waiting on is going to bring you some stability in your life. It could even open up new job opportunities for you. Perhaps you've been waiting to hear about a promotion or something similar from a boss or somebody in a higher position than you. You've really been waiting for this moment, Capricorn. You've recently taken a time out, and that step back, like I said, with the Hermit card there, and you're thinking about things. I do feel like there's a bit of overthinking going on here, a bit of anxiety, and you've exhausted yourself with all the thinking, and I feel like this is all going on within your head more than with other people. But I feel like, you know, it's now time to see a bit of a change up. Time for you to get that lucky break, Capricorn. And I tell you what, whenever I come to the Capricorn readings, I do think to myself, please let Capricorn catch a break here. Because I know that Capricorns, you're very hard workers. And I know that you do sort of overextend yourself, exert yourself, because you just want to do really well at whatever it is that you set out to do, whatever it is that you put your mind to. And I do always think, please give me good news for Capricorn. Capricorn needs something good to come into their lives and show them that there is a better path ahead here. So yeah, there is a lot of overthinking, a lot of I hope some of you have taken a rest recently and have been, you know, kind to yourselves. That does come up in the Four of Swords here, that a rest is necessary for you to move on to the better things, the things that are coming for you, Capricorn. You've got the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords here at the end of these rows. I feel like you're going to have your moment, Capricorn. Whatever this news is that you're waiting for, it's going to come in and it's really going to set the ball rolling. Where you can see yourself in this position of greatness that you've been working towards. It really does feel like it's about time. It's about time this is happening. I've been waiting for this. We've got the Three of Swords here. So you have been heartbroken over something, but I feel like perhaps it was worry more than heartbreak, where you've been worried that you're going to get your heart broken because you feel like things haven't been going your way. But I did bring up the Wheel of Fortune before, didn't I, when I was talking about this timing? But I feel like finally you're on the right path. You know, this is your destiny. You're going to get, Capricorn, a good offer. Something that will be fulfilling for you both emotionally, and something that will help set you up financially. So it may be a job offer here, or you may find that you're going into some kind of a commitment with somebody who has quite a fair bit of stability, or there's an offer of stability here, which will help you feel like you're in a better place emotionally as well. I do feel like the super hard times are coming to an end, Capricorn. I do feel like there is a new chapter starting for you, where stability, I'm so drawn to this pentacle here with the Page of Pentacles. I feel like there is an offer of stability, an offer of financial stability, emotional stability. I do feel like you've been waiting for this. This is what you've been working towards. Finally, Capricorn, it's your time to shine. That's really pleasing news. So we expect some good news either this week, over the next couple of weeks. Some really good news. I feel like the 3rd, I'm being drawn to the 3rd of September. So perhaps for some of you, something really significant is going to happen on the 3rd of September. So just, I guess, keep that in mind. If you're waiting to hear this news, it could come to you on the 3rd of September. Also, I don't know who it is that really likes cake. That I know that's a really general statement to make, but somebody, you're either eating cake right now, you've just bought a cake, you had cake for dessert last night, I'm not really sure, but somebody really likes cake. I feel like there's a fair bit of cream in this cake as well. But if that's you, if cake resonates with you, then there's definitely something in this message of stability for you, Capricorn. Okay, so moving into your love reading, Capricorn. Let's see what's coming up for you in love this week. So we've got the 9 of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the King of Cups for you here, Capricorn. So there has been a bit of worry going on for you. I feel like you want that opportunity to be able to open up to your person. There's an expression of love here with this Ace of Cups. That's a lot of love. But I feel like it's love that you're holding on to. Perhaps it's the other person. This can go both ways, but I am going to read it as you, Capricorn. So I feel like there's a lot of love that's been held on to, and you just want to get that out there with that King of Cups. Perhaps there's been a breakdown in communication, and that's what's causing the grief that's in this 9 of Swords over here. Again, I'm feeling like I'm really overthinking because I want to tell my person how I'm feeling, but I'm not making that move because I'm feeling as though they're going to be standoffish when I come towards them. 9 of Wands, Page of Swords, and the Chariot. So I feel like this is something that you've been thinking about for quite some time, Capricorn. I'm feeling like perhaps you started maybe a relationship with somebody, and then you made the decision to take a step back from them. Maybe they did something that you didn't like, or you saw something that was a bit concerning for you with this Page of Swords here. I do feel like there's a bit of spying going on. So you could be watching your person, and perhaps you saw something that you didn't really like, and that's caused you to be a bit standoffish. But now you're making the decision that you'd like to come in and sort of rush towards your person with that Chariot there. And with the Six of Wands, you'd like to see a victory, but you really are a bit worried that this person isn't going to reciprocate the feelings. You're worried that they might leave you out in the cold with this Five of Pentacles. I think you're worried that you're going to come across somebody who's a bit icy with their feelings in this Queen of Swords. But you do want to see something happen with this person because you've got the feelings here. You've got the feelings. You just haven't had the chance to, I don't know. I feel like you might have let this person down in the past, if I'm honest. Like you were really indecisive. As I said before, you may have seen something. They may have done something that you didn't really like. So you took a step back with this Nine of Wands and you've been watching them. And now you've gone, okay, I'm ready to come in. But they might not be so forgiving when I come in and say, hey, I've changed my mind and I'm really ready to do that. We've got the Sun, the Knight of Swords, and the King of Wands here. So you are feeling hopeful. You see this person as the person that you want to be with and you're ready to rush towards them with this Knight of Swords. You're very passionate about them. You've got the King of Wands, probably, you know, one of the most, if not the most passionate card in the deck. I feel like you're ready. You are ready for this relationship with this person. You are ready to tell them how you feel. I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to you to do whatever it is that you want, Capricorn. You have your own free will. But I do feel like you're ready to come towards this person, and it feels like you're in a bit of a rush to do that because you've let things go for so long, and now that you've made your decision, it's like, okay, well, I need to act on that and I need to tell them how they feel. I need to show them how I feel about them. And you know, I feel like you've got that strength behind you now with you've got the Lion standing at the back of the King of Wands offering that support. But just keeping in mind that, you know, you're a bit worried about how that person's going to react to you coming back in like that. But I think you have really high hopes that this person could be the one for you. And I think that you're really thinking about rushing in there and sharing your feelings with them. So that's about all I've got for you this week, Capricorn. I do wish you all the best of luck. If this reading did resonate and you got some guidance or clarity out of your reading, could you please like the video so that I know? And if you want to share and subscribe the video so that it gets to the other Capricorns who need to see it. But thank you so much. Lots of good movement happening there, Capricorn, and end to the hard times. But thank you so much again, and I wish you all the best of luck. Thanks, Capricorn.